Hey, what's up, people? This is Ike Love, creator and author of the blog, The Viable Alternative, which is an inspirational blog where I share the wisdom and insights gained along my path of becoming a very stronger version of myself. And if you want to read more on the website, you can click under the window where it says description, and you see a link for www.theviablealternative.com. Number one, my apologies because I skipped a week out of posting YouTube video, and this is like my second time in the last month, I think. But the first one, I had a legitimate excuse. I had no voice, and I wasn't going to record a video doing sign language because I don't know sign language, and I just wasn't going to do it. I had no voice, and just was not the appropriate time to do it. But this time was completely my own kind of lackadaisicalness. Friday, when I should have posted, I hung out with some friends, and well, what do you do when you hang out sometimes? You drink and whatever. And I came home and basically went straight to bed because I had to work the next day, and completely forgot to do this. Completely forgot. And the next night, forgot again. And so it was a little bit of a debacle. And so I apologize for that because, I talk about consistency and I wasn't consistent. But anyway, so I hope you accept my apology. Now, so what I want to talk about this week is, what do you do when you're going through financial difficulties? And I do this because I'm having challenges in my own life. And one of the best ways to help yourself is to help others. And unfortunately, I've been in this situation as an adult for more times than I can remember. And I believe in life, you should gain more wisdom each time you go through something. And you should becoming a greater, stronger version of yourself. And I like to believe I've done that. So therefore, I believe as I go through my own challenges now, I go through it as a more wise person. I can pass to you wisdom of things and you can do and precautions to take and just measures you can take when you're going through something like this. So now, number one, and I just know yes, I know I hate when people say this. Maybe I use a different word, but when people say attitude is important, you know how annoying sometimes these self-help things say attitude. The higher your attitude, the better attitude, the higher altitude you go. And just it's annoying stuff like that doesn't do anything for anybody. What I will say is this, in reference to that, and relating the relevance of that, is when you're going through a financial situation, it's the utmost importance that you do not get drawn in to how bad things look. Meaning you start to match your behavior according to your circumstances. You start to let your circumstances bring you down. And I'm not only saying bring you down, you get depressed, but bring you down, you start to actually match your energy, you match your expectations, you match your behavior according to circumstances. But you're like, man, my life sucks, man. Man, I ain't got no money, man. My girl about to leave me. But no, your girl's about to leave you. That's a whole other issue. But either way, listen, when you're going through a trying situation, one of the worst things you do, the best ways to make a situation worse is you start to match your energy to how things look. Take it from me, man. I've lived this. And one of the issues in my life why I was stuck in this whole lack or scarcity reality was because of deprivation. When we say deprivation, is that things look scarce in my life, so I behaved accordingly. I didn't do certain things because I made the excuse that things looked a certain way. And one of the big breakthroughs I had last year, and why I was able to do things I was able to do last year, like for the first time in real estate, I attracted like a landlord who gave me property, and I went to Europe, and I started investing my money, was because I started to break the cycle. It was me thinking in being in deprivation because I had a certain mentality, and there was my reality that was lacking. And so who was going to change? Was it my reality or me? And where I was like, oh, well, if my reality changes, I'm going to change my attitude. But it doesn't really work with that. It works backwards. You put the cart before the horse. I had to change in order for my reality to change. So I started doing things in my life, or as a friend says, my life, that I started to start making things change, I started changing my environment. I just started doing things I can do so I can start breaking the cycle of my reality, so that my reality can start now reflecting something different. So what I say for you is, do not start to match your reality. Do not start to okay, yes, if you don't have the money, do not, you can't go to I don't know, like the 5-star restaurant you used to go to anymore because you don't have the money. I mean, I agree with that. I understand that. You don't have it. But what we start to do is we start to now, beyond just like belt tightening, we start to now behave in a scarce way. It's beyond just the thing. It's just like we lower our expectations. We should always have a goal or a vision of where we want to go in life. And now what happens is, when things go on around us, we stop now expecting better things, and we start matching our expectations according to our reality. The key, if you're left with nothing else in this video, the one thing I have to say is, never let your reality distract you from where you want to go, your dreams, goals, and desires. What I want you to do is, when you're going through something like this, is to stay focused on how you want things to look, and the way where you want to go in life, and where you want to be. Why? Because it keeps your energy up. It keeps you happy. It keeps you hopeful. And if you don't believe in the law of attraction, but for those who believe in the law of attraction, you attract who you are. You attract the energy you give off. What you give off, you get back. But for those of you who don't believe in the law of attraction, think it's just a bunch of hippie nonsense BS, and you're like, what the hell is this idiot here telling me about this law of attraction nonsense? When you have a more positive outlook in life, you're going to, obviously you're going to have a different way you look at things. And with a different way you look at things, you're going to be able to behave in a more proactive way that increases the likelihood of you being able to find a solution to your problem. Whereas if you're depressed now, and you're looking at a situation, and your situation is telling you that your life sucks and everything like that, how likely is it for you're going to come up with a solution? You're probably going to do the same thing that you did before. And as Einstein says, madness is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. You're not going to be so inclined to do something different to change your situation. But if you have your energy up by focusing on things on where you want to be and how things you want to look, you're going to be able to more inclined to find a solution to your problem. Which leads me to the next thing. There are certain things you cannot do now because of your situation. But there are certain things you can do. There's certain things you can behave. There's certain actions you can take. There's certain things you have control of. Continue to take action in things you can do in life. All right. And I'm gonna go spiral down, but I'm gonna come back up and explain everything. In 2013, when I came back in real estate, life sucked. I had a bunch of blocks, and the only thing I did 3 deals that year, and life sucked. I felt emasculated. And I wanted to jump off a building many times. Really, life sucked. And frankly speaking, because I had so many blocks that I found out in therapy a couple of years later, and when I look at the blocks I had that I didn't know I have, I had no freaking chance. I was just destined to go through what I had gone through, because I wasn't able to see the blocks I didn't know, because I hadn't gone through therapy yet. I refused to go through therapy at that time. But during that time, what made things so difficult, I was so focused on the things I couldn't do. There are so many plans I had from life. When I started real estate, I was like, I want to get money, I'm going to do this, and do this, and this, that. But when things just started not working out, I felt like a caged animal. And basically speaking, when you're in a cage, you're looking in the outside world, feeling deprived because you can't be a part of the world. Well, I felt deprived because there's certain things I wanted to do, but I felt I couldn't do because of the money. So, do not focus on things you cannot do, all right? Hold on a minute, actually, let me back that up. Do not look at things and say, well, I can't do this because I don't have the X amount of dollars. Goes back to my original point. Do not let your reality distract you from, where you think, how you want things to be, or where you want your reality to manifest to, what you dream your reality to be. Continue to focus on the things you want in life. Continue to focus on the things you want to do. Do not let your reality tell you can't do these things, and do not let it stop you from focusing on these things. Remember, you want to keep your energy up. You want to stay heightened and positive. So you want to focus on the things and desires on your heart. Stay connected to desires in your heart, the true desires of your heart. Not about these frivolous things that TV tells you drive the Benz. But hey, if the Benz gets you excited, focus on the Benz. Focus on the things and what you want to do. Focus on what you want your life to be at. Continuously feel that and get inspired, get excited. Continues to focus on that, because that's going to be the key to changing reality, and that's also the key for not being drowned out by the things that are going on in you and around you and everything, or excuse me, and around you and everything. So do not focus on the things you cannot do, nor do focus on look at reality and tell you that or feel deprived because it's telling you can't do these things. Tell what's going on, F you, I'm going to focus on these things anyway. So that means now you got a plan to go to Greece. All right, you have plans to go to Greece. Reality is falling apart around you. The knee-jerk reaction is to now say, "Oh, that sucks. I can't go to Greece. I'm depressed, and now I'm going to take a shotgun and kill 20 people in the mall because in my life, if I suffer, the world suffers too." Rah! No, you do not do that. You continue to do what you can do, even if you do not have the money yet. You're planning as if you're going to have the money. So you're going to go online and you're going to now look at flights and how much a flight's going to cost and what airline you like to take. You're going to now go and look at places you want to go at Greece. Do you want to go to Athens and stay there? Do you want to go to the Greek islands? Do you want to see certain ruins in Athens or wherever? And you start now to plan your itinerary. Continue to stay proactive in your life. Continue to stay powerful despite whatever you're going through in life. Continue to stay empowered. Do not be disempowered by the things that are going on around you. Do not let that disempower you. Believe me, I've lived that for a good part of my life, and life sucked. I felt like a victim. I felt emasculated. I was angry. And you know what, man? In the past year, about a year, I started realizing that no, I can still focus on things I want to life and bring the things I want to life. Do the things I'm focused on life, because you attract who you are. Or if you don't believe in that stuff, the way you perceive things is how you're going to deal with the situation. All right. So the next thing you want to do, remember that there are laws to money, and that the wealthy people understand that. I mean, laws in terms of how to increase your money. Wealthy people are able to make money work for them. Wealthy people, middle class and working class people work for money. They exchange hours for dollars, or they get a salary, whatever. But wealthy people, they put their money to work by investing their money. They either invest in stocks, and bonds and mutual funds, or they invest in real estate, or they start their own business. And through making the money work for them, their money either will turn a profit and through the business, through stocks and bonds, it will produce interest, or through real estate, it will produce rental income, or the property value will increase, which brings up just brings up the value for the property, through increasing the property value, plus the equity that goes into a home. You make your money work for you. Then you can use that property to leverage it and, and use the money to invest in more things. You know what I mean? So you might say, well, I don't have no money, but the point of the matter is that thinking about in the back of the mind these different investment vehicles, still shop online for things and stocks you want to invest in. Still look online at property you want to invest in. Still focus on that business you want to start. If you now have a name for a business and you want to create a logo, shop around for logo designers. Look online for people who want to start. Look online for people who design logos. Start to inquire for people if they know any logo designer and everything like that. Continue moving forward. Who cares what your circumstances do? You want to stay empowered, like I said earlier in my impassioned speech. Continue to move forward in doing the things and matching your vibration to money. Because look what happens now. Wealthy people, like I said, they do certain things to make their money work for them. So by you now shopping online and or looking and browsing online or doing some window shopping, whatever, things how you want to put your money to use when it comes, you're behaving like a wealthy person. You're thinking like a wealthy person. You already think of an investment mindset. Listen, man, I may not be rich or whatever, but I'm still searching for stocks and things I want to invest in and stuff like that. still looking at cryptocurrencies, still looking at different industries I want to invest in, despite the fact that things may look a certain way, things may be challenging, but I'm still doing it. And guess what? When you're doing that, you're imbibing the mindset of a wealthy person. You're taking on the behaviors of a wealthy person, despite the fact you don't have it. So therefore, you're vibrating at a higher level. Ooh, use vibrating. That's woo woo. No, but you're vibrating at a higher level. You're imbibing the behaviors of a wealthy person. You're doing things a wealthy person do. You just not actually have the money to do it, but you're getting yourself in that mindset of that. And guess what? When you do that, now you're going to have a certain confidence about yourself. And you're not going to be so focused on your desperation. Because when you're desperate about having money or not having money, what happens? Money runs from you. Again, take it from me. The more desperate you are, the more focused on your lack, the more money runs for you. Notice that the rich get richer, the poor get poor. Because the rich people, they don't necessarily need money, and then money comes to them more. It's like a desperate guy or girl looking for a date. Notice that all the people that don't have dates and they're all thirsty and everything like that, people run for them because they can smell the stench of desperation. But people who are in abundance, more people come and are attracted to them. So by you behaving and taking on behaviors of a wealthy person, you're going to attract more wealth to you. Now, the whole caveat is this. I'm not saying to completely now turn a blind eye to what's going on and be irresponsible and not address it. And you tell, I don't know, the repo man that wants to repo your car. Well, I paid my expenses in the spiritual, man. It's in the spiritual. So you got paid in the spiritual, you know? The guy would be like, okay, I'm going to repo your car now and maybe call the psychiatric ward to take you in, you know? So, yeah. So, I mean, yes. I mean, if you have pressing issues, yes, I know you have to deal with them. And I know you deal in reality. What I'm saying is that, you're not going to be matching your expectations in your future according to the way things are. You're still going to match your expectations to where you want to be while you're dealing with reality. Of course, again, this is the next thing. You're going to find or look for some hustle, whatever, something, continue taking action to rectify your situation. But if you feel like there's a stalemate in that, you hit a brick wall, then do other things in other areas of life that you can do, that you can control, so that in hopes that other area can open up. Because let me tell you, man, like I said, when you're overly focused on a situation of lack, it stays that way. But if you take your mind off of that and focus on things you can do, all of a sudden that area opens up. It's kind of like what I learned last year. The law of transfer momentum, I call it. When I had the confidence to go to Europe, when I earned the confidence after paying for that ticket to Europe, I was so confident now. I said to myself, I'm going to write down a goal that I want to meet someone in real estate that's going to give me an exclusive. And literally speaking, out of the blue, someone came and approached me about representing them in their properties. It's because I had the confidence in this area, I wasn't focused on the other area, and that came about. So what you want to do if you keep on hitting this brick wall of, you're looking for a job or whatever, or money, whatever, focus on things you can do. Do not pay so much attention to that, because that's just going to stay stagnant. If you look at it, it's going to get bigger and just look the way it looks. You want to affect change in your life, so you move to another area that you can control, and that area will resolve itself. Another thing you want to do, and I gotta go after this because this video is going too long. Stay grateful. Start thanking God as if things are the way you want to be. Gratitude is a powerful force. And if you talked to me about a year and a half ago, I would tell you gratitude is the most corny thing. I don't know why people talk about it. It's this new age hippie BS. But let me tell you something. Last year when I just, on an intuitive, I guess the spirit led me to change the way I pray, and I started thanking God for things He's going to do to my life. I started looking at where I wanted to go and thanking Him as it already happened. Literally speaking, that started to come into fruition in my life. So you want to cultivate gratitude in your life for the things that are coming in your life, the things that you see that you want to be in your life, the things that are in your heart. You're going to be thanking God as if they already happened. Do not sit there depressed and angry about the way things look. You're going to be thanking God about the way things come into fruition. All right. So I hope all this helps. And again, the one takeaway from this is never let your reality distract you from the way you want things to be. Okay? So I hope all this helps. If you want to read more on my blog, you can go to the website www.theviablealternative.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's The Viable Alt. Now, shame on me and my site because I haven't updated the blog in a while, but there's tons of juicy tidbits of insights from just my own walk, you know. And I actually will be coming out with an ebook very soon. Finally, an ebook, you know, that about the viable alternative, and you know, it's forthcoming. And if you like my video, please share it, click on like and subscribe. And I hope all this helps. Again, I'm in the trenches with you. And yeah, take care. God bless, and